What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider subscribing. Now let's get to it. In today's video, we're just going to take a really quick look at this 60% keyboard, but it's made by Razer. It's the Razer Huntsman Mini. Let's get to it. So here it is, 60% form factor, so really tiny. To give you a comparison, here is my normal keyboard that I use, which is the Logitech Pro TKL. And as you can see, it's even smaller than that. So what that means for you is if you're a minimalist, someone that likes a very clean, tidy desk setup, this is perfect for you. And also if you're a gamer, more specifically someone that's into first-person shooters, then you're going to really enjoy this keyboard as well because it offers more real estate for your mouse movements, so you don't have to worry about bumping into anything. It's just so much more room, so that's a pro as well. What's really cool about the Razer keyboard, the 60% here, isn't even the keyboard particularly itself. It's the fact that Razer made it, and it's not even that. You're not going to get like, oh, crazy gamer quality or anything like that. It's a pretty standard keyboard in my opinion. It doesn't make me go crazy thinking it's super awesome. I don't think it's terrible, but the fact that it's now hitting a market of 60% in a big box store. I bought this at Best Buy, so that's what's really cool about it, guys. You know, anyone else, you know that 60% have been around for a long time. Ducky has some great options, and Pro 2, the list can go on, all at very competitive pricing. I find them to be very similar in pricing, though the Razer is more expensive. This purple optical switch Razer 60% keyboard comes at $119 USD. They also have a linear version, which is more like, you know, your MX Cherry Reds, and that comes in at $129 USD. So the pricing is variable. It's still kind of on the top tier as far as 60% keyboard pricing, but it's in that familiar territory. You can still get a Ducky that costs that much, so it's not like you're gonna go out and buy this and feel like you got ripped off, guys. The quality, the build quality is enough to where I personally think you won't feel ripped off. You can do onboard lighting controls, so you do not need to use the Razer Synapse software unless you want to have access to recording like different macros. I think you can still do them on board. I haven't dabbled with that. I'm not really planning on dabbling with that. I'm a plug and play kind of guy, but I'm sure using Razer Synapse software to do that would make the task easier. But I do like the fact that, you know, all your basic stuff is just plug and play. You can control your lighting, and then you can also have your function key shortcuts for the buttons that you would be missing if you were full size. So you're not missing out on anything, you just have more things you have to do to get to it, which may or may not affect you. What's really cool is when you do hit the function key, it allows you to highlight the keys that you're going to use. So it identifies, you know, oh, you're hitting the keys to get the access to them, but then the legends themselves have the print on them. That's a con for me. I wish that they were scribed in there so that they were shine through, because in low lighting you're not really going to be able to see them very well. But again, that's just me, so take that as you will. The keycap quality is not bad. This is the all black version. They do have a mercury white as well. Mercury white makes the RGB pop a lot more, so if you're heavy into lighting, you might want to look at that option. This one I like though. It's very laid back. Doesn't have too much of a crazy pop to the lighting. It is there. It is very visible. So, you know, you're not missing out on anything. The visibility is there. You're just not going to be super flashy. Anyways, double shot PBT caps. They're not quite smooth. They're not quite rough. They do have a texture to them. I think they are good. They definitely feel a lot better than some other double shot PBTs. But I think I'm more of a fan of a little bit of a light texture to it than super smooth. But the finishing is nice. The legends are actually fairly decent, but you can replace them because they do use standard cherry stems. So, and the spacing is standard, so you can replace them with custom keycaps of your choosing. Here's what one of these switches look like. Both the reds and the purples have the same look, just different color and actuation. What I noticed is they do have this double, like this pass-through stabilizer, and what that does, pro for it, is that anywhere you hit on the key, it feels consistently the same, whether it's a side bump or a dead-on hit. The con to it would be that some of the stabilizers have just excess noise and rattle to them. Like, check out my shift key. I don't know if you can hear it. Let's try. You hear that? I don't like that. Razer says that these come pre-lubed from the factory. This keyboard, just from typing on it, it is not. And that's okay, but you know, I would expect at 119 that it would be a little bit more of a premium package. But oh well, I'll just either lube them later or just deal with it. But for some people, that's not even a big deal at all, so that's just me being nitpicky, guys. But alright, here's a typing test for you so you can kind of hear what the purple optical switches sound like, and then I'll let you know how they feel. Here's some hard pressing. Here's some light presses. Now the sound signature isn't as loud as your traditional MX Cherry Blue, and the click on a Cherry Blue is very crisp and pronounced. These purple ones feel kind of softer and lighter, so it still feels good, but it's just different, but it's different in a way that I like, so I give it a thumbs up. I like how they sound and I like how they feel. Again, these would probably even sound better and feel better too if they were all lubed up. So, but that's all I can really think of so far. Otherwise, this is pretty standard setup. I hope you guys enjoy it. It does do RGB. I'm just more of a static color kind of guy. It does have a USB Type-C braided cable that you can disconnect. Again, there's another back shot. But alright, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. You found it helpful. I'm trying to keep it as honest as possible. The big selling point, again, isn't the fact that Razer makes this, but Razer's availability. You can get this at a big box store. You can go to Best Buy and buy this. And I had no problem buying it. It's in stock. So really cool. Otherwise, don't take away from the other brands too. Definitely check out Ducky and Pro if you're interested in a 60% and you haven't made up your mind yet. Those are still very, very good options. The only difference would be that even today I went to go to Ducky's website, or you know, the third-party reseller, mechanicalkeyboards.com. You could only pre-order the Mecha Mini that I was interested in at the same price point as this keyboard here, 119 USD. And pre-order only, and once it comes in, then they would ship. So, you know, it's a question mark. So if you're someone like me that likes, you know, quick gratification of a purchase, this is perfect. Plus, if anything goes wrong within the first 30 days, you go talk to Best Buy. Just drive down the street instead of having to ship something back. So that can be a pro to a lot of people, so that's really cool. But don't take away from the other ones. Like, I really still want to get a Mecha Mini, so, and I'll probably do that. And I also want to get the linear red version of this keyboard as well. $10 difference between the two, and that is pretty pricey for a 60%, but still, if you enjoy the purchase, you know, it's worth the money. Just don't let it crush you. You know, don't decide to skip a mortgage payment because you want to get a keyboard, obviously, but use your common sense on that. But you know, if you enjoy it, you know, it's worth it, guys. But the pricing for it, I know, is a little high, but it's reasonable within the realm of 60% keyboards and where they're priced at. It's not that much higher than some of the other brands, and you're getting something that comes in a big box retail store. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found it helpful. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later.